Hello, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Road to 100,000. So, Super Bowl Sunday. This episode's gonna be coming out in the middle of the Super Bowl. So, for anyone that is watching this on Super Bowl Sunday, welcome to halftime, or I hope someone won. I hope someone won. I don't know who, I have an idea. I don't want to say it, though, on who I want to win the game. But that's not important right now. For this show is all about video games and my childish goal to try and reach 100,000 before my 24th birthday. So let's get going to that. Last week we had a little bit of a problem at the end because we had 3 different numbers to choose from. Apparently, from what we ended off with, we either ended off with 71,935 depending on true achievements, 72,085 depending on my Xbox 360, and 72,240 depending on that's how much I should have had after everything. And it turns out that 72,240 is correct. So I wasn't just going crazy, and that is actually what I started off with. As soon as I got my first achievement this week, that actually updated to be correct. So yay! Yay for weird correcting. But I actually didn't really get to do that much this week. I mostly did overtime for work, and then any other time I had was spent working on Watch Me Fail or Legacy. So I honestly did not even start playing anything on my 360 or Xbox One until yesterday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is about 7 hours of this week. Ugh. So, the only game, we only played one game this week, like I said, only had 7 hours so far. And by so far, I mean, I only had 7 hours because this week is over. Was Murdered Soul Suspect for the Xbox 360. I did say that we were going to get this on the 360 too. I mean, we already have it done on the wall of completion for the Xbox One, but this is the 360 version, so that's another easy 1,000 points to get since I already got the 1,000 in the Xbox One. But we didn't finish it. Got about halfway, I think. So we got 23 achievements in that game, worth 370 points. I said halfway. We have half the achievements basically, but the point value is a little bit skewed because, well, the last achievement is worth about 150. There's a collector achievement worth, I think, 125 or something like that. I might have those two switched. So there's a lot of points just for beating the game and getting all the collectibles. Well, whatever. So that's it. 370 points this week, giving us a grand total of 72,610. And that number is correct. I just checked. It is correct. I did get an achievement while recording the video you see in front of me, so technically it isn't correct, but it would be correct if we didn't count that achievement I got. Also, I never got the percentage numbers needed before, but apparently they didn't even change, so this is good. Because for the percentages, God, I cannot talk. It's what? It's noon. I should be able to talk. For the percentages, we went up 1.4% from last week, which now adds that missing, like, 250 points that we had at the end. Or it was what, 305? Yeah, that's what we were apparently missing last week. They added it to this week for the percentages, so that's why it's so high, even though last week we had 1,115 and this week we only had 370, and they were both pretty much the same thing, bringing us up to 42.7%. So we are almost halfway to our goal, which I guess is gonna be around 76,000 or something like that. It's not gonna be 75,000 because I started when I was at 52,000 something, so it's gonna be a little higher than 75. But I'm getting close. I mean, I could easily play some more Murdered Soul Suspect and finish off that game, and that'll add another 630 points. So that'll be a nice, easy boost right there. I still have Far Cry 4 to play. I still have Walking Dead to play. I need to start beating these games before I buy any more. And that's not gonna help too with Majora's Mask coming out soon. You know, I still need to beat Ocarina of Time. I've never beaten that game before. I should probably beat it before I get Majora's Mask. So many things. Yeah, time-wise on the percentages, we're up to 62.71%. So we're just a little under 20% now. We were around 19% last week, so we are losing some ground. So that's about. We need to get 20% of the way. We need to work like 120% faster than what our goal is if we want to make it by June. I counted up the episodes. It looks like the last episode is gonna be 36, and then there's gonna be like a finale episode to like after the next week after that for like review, look back, and see just how well I did. Because the 36th episode will be coming out the day before the deadline, so I don't want to wait another day for that. This usually comes out on Sundays, so we'll see the finale episode 37 the day the 6 days after the goal is done, and we'll see just how we did. I'll make sure to see what we did on the day and see how the goal worked out. I think it'll actually stop on that day, so that'll be nice. Like, I think the goal percentage numbers will freeze once we hit the deadline, so that should be nice. And I don't need to keep track of the percentage anymore, because it'll be 100% then. So, not a lot going on this week. Didn't really have much time to work on it, but we still managed to do pretty good. And the numbers actually corrected themselves. And still, I mean, last week we supposedly ended with 71,935. Ending with 72,610, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good increase, even if you do add the 305 they should have added in there. And 370 points isn't that bad of a week either. We've certainly had worse weeks. We certainly had a worse week. Like a couple worse weeks where we had like 200 or 190 or something like that. 370 is pretty respectable for only 5 hours of work, because I did sleep. So, until next week, hopefully you enjoy.